Available on YouTube anytime. You can just, you want to refer back, you can watch those videos.
I will.
Yeah. Okay. So first thing is like this was my little date, and this was max date reported, and then here what I have done, I have just format this and pane, not header. You have to select pane, and here you can see here I have taken date format DD triple M Y. If I change here, this become like this. Okay, originally it was like this. Originally it was like this, but then I wanted to keep like instead of, this is somewhere confusing. See, this is 25, so you can understand this is DD because month can't be 25. But what happened when it is like, let's say 10/9/2020? So it is very difficult to understand, for the people like us where we have like DD format, US has YY format. So different place, different format they follow. So I personally prefer this format, DD and then YY or YY4Y format, because that actually clear the pictures rather than so like this. You know, this is good actually. So this clearly says this is the month, this is the date, and this is the years, right? There is no ambiguity in this. But if this kind of format, this creates an ambiguity where you may not able to understand sometime which one is month, which one is date, and how this one is 25. So it is easy to understand. But what if it is 10, if it is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to 12, you may not able to figure out which one is month, which one is date. After 12 only you can understand, okay, 13 can't be month, so obviously it would be date, and this is going to be month, and this is going to be year because it's 2020. So that can become an ambiguity, at least for the date 12. So rather than that, I think this format is good. I like, but here like it's become very long name. So to shorten, I think the shortening options here, that ready-made format is not available. So we have the custom option here. What I can do, I can change this custom. So when I take 3M, it become SEP. When I take 2, then become numeric. See? But when I take 3M, it become alphabets, SEP, and this is D, maybe DD I can take. So DD and this YY. Okay. And if I take only double Y, then only last two digits will come. But I think in case of 2020, this we should keep always 2020. 20 will not be meaningful because you never know, like 20 you're taking from prefix side or suffix side. So maybe someone can come and write something like after 20 they can put 19. See, this is the dashboard, so this is okay. But what if someone take a printout of it and they can, mischievously they just put some after 20 they put some different number. So rather than that, we should in this kind of situation, especially for the year 2020, it's preferable to write complete years 2020. So I have taken this format. So this was become easy with the date format options rather than writing a whole long formula. And yeah, I think that was the only thing I wanted to show you. Other than this dashboard looks good to me. Okay. Now I'll create another dashboard today, and this dashboard going to be executive overview. This is the executive overview, and this is the profitability. So basically, Amazon's CEO wanted to look at the top level business view, and he just wanted to understand the profitability, from where profit are coming, and the different KPIs. So he wanted to look at the, okay, how much sales we have done, how much profit we have made, how much what was the profit ratio, what was the profit per order, what was the sales per order, what was the average discount, how much quantity, and this all he wanted to understand for the current year. Okay, so mind you, this he all wanted to understand for the current year, and then he also, maybe also we can show the over under. So whether the over under in terms of like the growth growth under and over under, whether the growth has been up or down from the last year. So those kind of things also. This is not that complete KPI, not that fancy KPIs. Very simple, only the number is showing. But what I'm going to do, I'm also going to show the number as well as there will be a dot. There will be an arrow, up arrow or down arrow. If it is going upward, if the prof cells are increasing, then I will show green color arrow which indicates cells are increasing, and if it is going down, then I can show with the red arrow that shows cells are actually decreasing. Okay, so those kind of things I'm going to provide, and along with that numbers, so that you can understand how your cells are doing for the current year. And this is the geo map, where on the geo map I'm showing the profitability. So like okay, so this is the Montana, and Montana contribute 32.8% overall profit in my overall business. However, if you want to also look at the Montana, which all city from this state have contributed what number of percentage, that also I can provide on the tooltips itself. You can see on the tooltips I have another graph which actually giving breakup for of this 32.8%. It's giving breakup of this by the city pertains to Montana. Similarly, this is like California. So California has Ontario, Morgan Hill, Lakewood, etc. These are the cities in California. So California contributes 16.7% overall profit in my overall business, and the 16.7% numbers, if you want to look break down the number by their cities, then you can look at this graph and you can get the you know uh, that you can look at the informations. So this is kind of a first-hand information that itself available on the tooltips. So for that, you don't have to go to another page. You can get this information right here. And then you look at this one. This is the monthly sales by segment. And here again, the states is the like all. You remember like we created one action filter. So when we have not selected any map, anything on the map, then it will be all. But when we select some, let's say Texas, when I select Texas, then this filter for Texas. Monthly sales by segment filter for Texas. Similarly, monthly sales by product category filtered by the state Texas. Okay. And when I remove clear this filter, I'll got back to all. So what this graph is showing, first the left bottom graph, you see this graph basically it's a area chart, and what shows, it shows the monthly sales. So this is my monthly sales for each year. You can see for this is like March 17, June, August, and this is like each month sales I'm representing on this bar chart. If you look at the hover over, months are changing. Okay, and this is by the segment. So we have the three segment in the business: consumer, corporate, and home office. So for all these three segment, how is my profitabilities are moving? Okay, how is my profitabilities are moving? And in that, in the overall sales, I'm actually showing how much. This is my actually sales. Okay, in my monthly, this is my sales graph. In my sales graph, how much of my sales are profitable, how much of my sales were making loss for me. So I have bifurcate the profitable sales and the loss making sales, and then I'm showing the trend of the sales. And in the tooltips I'm also providing how much profit we have made out of the sales. And this is becoming a like kind of a trend to understand whether over a period of time whether your consumer sales is doing good or not. Okay, and also you can compare like consumer with corporate or home office, so you can see which segments are doing good and which segments are making more profit for your business. So clearly you can see the consumers are making more profit for your business. However, there is a volatilities also exist in this business. Okay, but still this has the maximum profitability, then corporate, and then you have office supplies. As you can see, the last during this December, here the profitability, the sales is getting down. Even the corporate sales are also getting down, but consumer sales are increasing. You can see that clearly this consumer sales graph from the last months, it's showing the trends are going up. Okay. Okay, and similarly here you can see this is by segment, but this is by category. So this is your major product category. In these three categories, furniture, office supplies, technology, same thing like monthly sales trend and sales you are bifurcating into profitable sales and loss-making sales. Blue is your profitable sales, yellow is your loss-making unprofitable orders, and then how much you know um, you are making, and you can compare the three categories and you can see like which category you are making good. So you can see technology, you are making good money from the technology. The area chart, if you see the blue area is quite bigger in technology, and then followed by office supplies, and then I think furniture is the least. As you can see, the area blue area in the furniture is least, and overall area is also smaller than other two. So that way you can understand where you are making more money and how is the trend, whether trends are going good or going bad or it's okay. So those kind of things you can understand by looking at this chart. So this is the executive overview for the CEO to understand um, the KPIs, to understand which reasons are profitable for the business, which reasons doing good for my business, and then in the reason which cities are actually making more money for me, and then I can understand my segments, I can understand my product categories, which segments doing better, which segment which product is doing better, and how is my trend going on over a period of time, whether we are going uptrend, downtrend, or etc. So maybe I can narrow down the time period if I want to focus my analysis for a very smaller. So let's say I'm just want to focus on 2019, okay, only for that year. So maybe that will give me a more clear picture. I'm focusing only for the particular year. So I can see there are lots of zigzag in the consumer. This is smooth. The corporate was going very nicely, but then in the recent month there is a drop, and office supplies, it was like flat, almost like a flat, but here gone up again, came down. So that is the situations. You can see you know volatility here also. Furniture has been increasing. In off late it has started showing. Here there was a sharp decline, but again from 1st of January, it is started showing a uptrend cycle, and similarly the office supplies also, and technology also showing. Technology has gone very high in the month of November, but then there is a decline in December. December sales is a little down. So that's how even if you want to look at the particular time period, you can filter the date, and you can look at the sort of particular time period. And if you want to look at the profit ratio, like if you so you can see like your profit ratio, if you have like negative 21.7%, and if you want your if you want to narrow down your focus only the high profit ratio part, so what you can do, you can just slide the filter, and you can see in what range profit ratio you are more interested into. Maybe if you are more interested to any profit more than 20 to the maximum, then I can do like this, and I can see uh, which of my area are making more profit on the geomap. So this way I'm ignoring my loss making area. I'm only focusing the area where I'm making minimum 20% profit, and maximum is like, okay, maximum is my 37%. So that is as it is. So I can look at those area, and on the contrary, if I just want to focus on the loss making area, the area which is like anything lesser than zero, so maybe I can just look at like this, um, yeah, something like this. So maybe I can see, okay, so I can see clearly these are my loss making area. Okay, and yeah, so I mean if I want to change my focus this way by narrowing down. However, the graph also shows clearly, even if I do not do any slide or on the profit ratio, all the area are very distinct by the color, so understandability will not be an issue. All right, so this is the overview of this dashboard, and here I have another filter reasons. So if I want to only look at the central part, then entire my dashboard will filter for the central. You can see all my trend chart, the segment, pro categories, my geo map, even my KPIs, everything got filtered for central regions. So I'm only looking at the central region, geo map only showing the central part on the map. If I go to east, entire of my dashboard data will filter for east. Okay, you can see only east part has been filtered, as well as all the top KPIs, or as well as my trending chart for segment or my categories. Even if so if you just want to narrow down your focus to a particular area, okay, this is my west, so you can do like this. So it's going to be a very interactive dashboard, very intuitive dashboard. The executive can play around with the dashboard and they can find out lots of valuable information to make their data driven decisions about the business. All right, so let us create this executive overview from the scratch. And I will also going to create some additional um, element in this. Let me show you what are those additional things. So that symbol, like I said, the arrow symbol, ups or down, that I have to copy from the internet. Sorry about that. I could have taken this before. Um, or say high tableau into I need to keep it up and down. I'm comparing this one up and down. How will I get the up and down arrow shapes? Okay, so that arrow shape I need to. Okay, this guy has given this. Maybe I can copy it from this workbook. I have in my office laptop, but unfortunately I can't open my office laptop and show anything to you guys because there is a huge security restrictions. Okay, I was talking about this arrow. Can you see that? That arrow will actually tells you ups or downs. Okay, so for example this one. So how I can see copy that? I will go to format. Okay, this guy has used this. Okay, this is the such things. I will just copy this and I'll just paste it to my sticky notes. Okay, I have taken this now. Okay, I'll close this dashboard. I don't need this anymore. Okay, all right, and let us come to our this dashboard. Okay, I'm going to close this. Let me start another tab loop workbook. And one thing I just forgot to tell you in the COVID dashboard itself. Let me show you. I think it's getting open. Meanwhile, it's okay. Okay, so first let me, okay, this is my order. Okay, so I have connected my order table. I am doing it from the scratch. Okay, here in this COVID dashboard, one thing I wanted to tell you, whenever you have built your dashboard, first thing you can give a name to your dashboard. Okay, so let's say I'm going to call it as a COVID tracker. And second important thing, when you have built your dashboard, what you should do, you should right click on your dashboard and hide all sheet. So what it will do, whatever the sheet that we have used, like this is one sheet, this is another second sheet, third sheet, fourth sheet, fifth sheet, and sixth sheet, and there is one more sheet hidden here. So all the seven sheet, which are using in my dashboard will get hide it within this dashboard. So now, right now you are seeing, like, the worksheet here, here. All these dashboard sheets are open. These sheets are open to view. Now, I don't want these sheets to be open just like that, because maybe this will be confusing when let's say I want to start another dashboard in the same workbook. I want to start the another dashboard in the same workbook, and if I have opened so many worksheet laying down just like that, it will be no, confusing your mind, and you may end up um, changing something important which will trouble for your work. So what you should do, you should right click and hide all sheet. So now you see none of the worksheets are visible anymore. Okay, everything got hidden inside this dashboard. So this is the best practice that I forgot to update you. You should always follow. So after creating your dashboard, you can give a clear name to this dashboard and then hide all the sheets underneath this dashboard by just clicking hide all sheet. Similarly, if you want to unhide those sheet, you can unhide again from here. Right click and you will get option unhide all sheets. Again, you will get back all your got back all of your sheet which have been used inside this dashboard. But now what I'll do, I'll just hide it. Okay, I don't want to keep confusion out. Now, if I'm going to start another dashboard in the same workbook, I can go and start creating new worksheet. I can start building those things, and those worksheet will not get hidden, because those worksheet which I'm going to create now are not going to be part of this COVID tracker. Okay. So in the one workbook, you can create multiple dashboard. It's not like only one workbook you're going to create one dashboard. You can have multiple dashboard in one workbook itself. So ideally, you should follow this practice to hide all the sheets pertains to the dashboard COVID tracker underneath this dashboard itself, so that your others dashboard work will not get hampered by getting confused with the worksheet name or something like that. Okay, and things when you things open more cluttered, then cluttering will confuse you okay, sometime now or later, that definitely will confuse you. So it's better practice to avoid those cluttering things. So that's why I have hide it. Let's say I'm going to okay, I have already created another workbook, so otherwise I could have just start my work here itself. But yeah, there is no harm in that. I can just do right here. So let us say I'm just doing in the same workbook, so that I can share this just one workbook with you guys. So to do that, what I have to do, I have to create another data source, because this is my COVID data source. So I can do right from the sheet itself, and I can click my Microsoft Excel, because data is sitting into Excel, and then I load this, and now the data source open. Here I can just drag this order field which I need it, and now I will go to sheet 11. So now let me, since I'm using this dashboard itself, so I'll close this book too. This is not required. Do not keep open your unnecessary files which you are not using it. That is all another good practice, because the more file you will be having idle will actually hamper your RAM and occupied because it's occupying a space on your RAM, right? So one thing, you're compromising on the performance. Second thing, you are also sometime it will be annoying or confusing for you when you have multiple, so many workbook open, and you are moving from one workbook to another workbook, and sometime you are just so intensely thinking about your work and you get confused like which one workbook it was. So that kind of your mind to your keep your mind very clear. Better to avoid having so many workbook at a time open. Only keep those workbook which are really matters to you at the time. Maybe you can open later if you're thinking, okay, I need it later, so later you can open. No, why you are keeping it open as of now? You should close it for now when you are working something different, and when you go to start working to those workbook, again you can open and work there. Since this is the those workbook are not your focus right now, so you should not let them open for now, at least since you are I'm going to work only on this workbook. I have this open just for the reference, so that's the reason I have open, and this is where I'm going to work. Okay, as you can see, I have all this was my COVID because I have another COVID dashboard. So this is my one data source. This is my second data source, sample superstore, and I'm going to use this data source. So all the data fields in data pane, whatever fields are coming from the sample superstore. All right. Now let us see, refer this. I am having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 KPIs. Okay, 7 KPIs I'm having here. First, I will create this 7 KPIs, and then I will go and I will do other creating other views. Okay, so first thing first, see, either I can, there are two way I can go and create one KPIs into separate sheet like I did yesterday. If you remember, I did COVID, confirm cases in one sheet, death in another sheet. Similarly, I can do that. Instead of that, maybe I can or I can do all in one sheet also. But I'm going to create a separate sheet, and the reason because and I can do all in one sheet itself. Let me show you that how I can do that. And there the measure name and the measure value and measure values are coming into the picture. If I select measures name and measure value, all of my measures, see my KPIs are my measures, right? All my measures will come into this view. Okay, so these many measures: count of orders, discount, profit, quantity, sales. So sales, profit, I have sales, profit. Okay, quantity I got, profit ratio. So profit ratio is something I have to calculate it here. These are not available by default. Profit per order is also again going to be a calculated field. Sales per customer is also calculated field. Discount is available quantity. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and count of order is something which I don't need it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, all these four measures are available here. So let me remove this for now. What I'm going to do, first thing first, I'm going to create the profit ratio. And profit ratio is what? Profit ratio is nothing but your profit margin. So what is profit margin? Profit margin, when I say that means how much profit, how much money you have made out of your sales, right? So that means how much, what was the percentage of profit out of your total sales. So profit divided by sales will give me profit margin. So that, let's say I have made 20 bucks and my sales price was 100 bucks. That means I have made, my margin is 20%. That is what it is. And see, I can use the sum functions. I can put them inside the sum functions. That would be good practice. Ideally I should do like that only. So aggregation will happen here only. If I do not use sum function, then Tableau will provide a sum function which will be like after doing dividing the profit by sales, and then it will aggregate by sum. But rather I'm just summing it first and then dividing by the sum of cells. That would be the right things to do. Okay, so see, I got my profit ratio, and you can see equal sign. This is my calculated field. And then what I'm going to do, profit per order. So what does it mean by profit per order? That means for each of my order, how much money I made. So uh, that means if I can divide my profit by number of count of order ID, then I can get order for each product, order for each profit for each order. Sorry, profit per order. So what does it mean? It means like for each single order, how much profit I made. So what I can do divide for, let me take sum of profit, and then I can divide count of my order. So I have a order ID, which order ID, what it tells, each order ID is unique and it tells like how many customer has placed order, right? So if I can divide all of profit by all of count of order ID, then I can get for each count order ID, for each single order ID, what was my, uh, you know, for each order ID, what was my profit. Oh my God. Something has gone wrong here. Okay. Okay, so let me explain this to you. So for example, let's say you made 1,000 bucks. Okay, 1,000 is your profit, and you sold 100 quantity, 100 order you sold. Okay, then what was the order? What was the profit for each order? So if I have to do like that, what I can do, I can divide total 1,000. What I can do, I can divide 1,000 by 100. Then how much I will get? I will get 10. So that means 10 bucks I made on each of my order, and hence I made total 1,000 profit, right? Simple mathematics. So that's what I have done. Okay. So this is giving me profit per order. And then what are the other sales per customers? Sales per customers. So now you have, so let me, I have another field for the customers. So sum of sales I can take and divided by customer ID. Okay, customer ID, it is like a representation of each customer. So I can the count of customer ID. Okay, so when I divide the count of customer ID, so I can get for, and I can take count D also, because count D will take only unique. However, customer is unique, but I can take, still I can take count D, and that will actually divide the total sum, and hence I will get sales I made by each single customers. And similarly, I can also take count T here. Okay, now average discount. Okay, this is just like a discount only. When I see that, this will be like a averaging of that discount. They are just doing average of discount. We can check this formula if we are doing it right. Profit per order. Okay, see, exactly same thing what I have done. This is exactly same thing, profit per order and sales per order. Yeah, so here they have used in customer name. I have taken customer ID. I think it's no difference. I think all customer, each customer name must have unique ID. So even I take customer ID, your name doesn't matter. Okay. So and average discount. This is like just a discount. Yeah, this is just like a discount. There is no calculated field. There is not a calculated field. It's just like taking aggregating by average. All right, so I have everything now. What I can do, I can take the measures name and the measures value, and I can just drag them in my canvas. So I have got everything now. Now I have to show into horizontal, so I can just do swapping. So I got like this. Here, what I can do, I can filter out count of order. I don't need it, right? So I can remove, I can keep all, but I can remove that count of order and apply. So now, see now I'm getting, okay. So now I got exactly like, so it had sales, profit ratio 7, right? Do we have 7? 3, 5, and 7. But ordering is different. So what I can do, if you want to put into that order, what I can do, I can just bring sales first by dragging. Just select and drag. It's so easy, okay? And then drag the profit also, okay? Put into next to sales, and then profit ratio you want in the third space, third order profit ratio, and then profit per order you want. So you can drag it, keep it there, and then you want sales per customer, okay? And then you want average discount. Okay, so this discount is average. So instead of say sum, I can change this measure to average. Okay, when it is average, it is going to become 0 because it's percentage now. What I need to do, I need to change into percentage. Okay, then you can see like it's coming properly. Okay, my datas are little different, so don't worry about it's matching or not, because this is different data and this is different data. Or the as the objective is to at least do the similar activities and get this view, okay, on my data. I'm not worrying about their data. I'm only looking at my data, but similar view I'm going to create. Okay, so you can see there are now formatting works which required, like dollar symbol I have to put, and I have to change the font size, etc. Well, I can do that, those things, but you know what? I'm not going to do this way. What I'm going to do, I'm going to I'm going to do different way. So for each of them, I'm going to create then um, separate. This is one way. So one way is like already you are saying, right? This is the one way that I can do. And the formatting is very simple, increasing the font size for the cells. So for example, what you are going to do, you are okay. So you are going to increase the measure value, let's say by 24. Okay, and then that the border things is like you can remove the border things by right click, format, go to table, and there you have like row divider, select none, okay, that border thing gone, and the column divider already not. So there is no border things anymore, and you have that measure names. So if you want to put the measure name here, okay, no, I just don't want this measure name. Well, so this is the one way that you can do, and if you want to change their uh, alignment, so maybe you come to alignment here, alignment, and you can select center. Okay, now this is then to center positions. Okay, so we have like bigger font size, and or maybe what I can do, let me put that. 22 and bold. Okay, so this is going to be my KPI on top. But this is one way that I can show this whole things. And here maybe some more formatting I can do, like I can just put that number, suffix dollar. Okay, and similarly for the profit also I can follow the same things. Prefix here, so I can put the dollar here. Profit ratio, profit ratio is going to be percentage things in terms of percentage, so I can choose the percentage. Okay, and 12 two decimal point is okay. Profit per order, so profit per order is the dollar, so I can change to dollar, and I'm not taking any decimals actually, and I can put the dollar here. Sales per customer, so again this is a dollar. Number custom, going to remove any decimals for this, and this. Okay, and this is the quantity. Obviously this is not a dollar, this is just a units, number of units. Okay, so I don't need. And then I'm going to remove the tooltips not required here. Okay, perfect. So this is going to be my KPIs on top. This way also I can show and it looks good, but then I have to show over under. I have to show over under, I have to show with the comparison with the previous year, etc. So those things, going to be, I'm going to make it little more comprehensive, little more complicated in terms of design, but then it is going to add more value than this dashboard right now we have. So I just shown you like how they have done this part, but then I'm also going to show you some additional things. Now, each of this KPI I will do into separate sheet, and because I have to calculate some more element. So first thing I'm going to show the sales. This is my sales. Now, this sales is like going to be my, well, I'm also going to create my uh, current sales uh, number. Let me call it sales number. And well, maybe what I can do, I can just do like sum of sales. See, I can do a lot of things. Maybe I can provide time period. So where user can, I can tell them, hey, you want to look at the current monthly sales, or you want to look at the yearly sales, or whatever it is, whatever the way you want, you can look at that. So sum of sales. Um, so for that, I have to create a date field first, or maybe for now, what I can do, if order date, year of order date is equal to max of year of order date, and this max I will take year. So this will give me the latest month year, then get me the sales. Okay, so this way I am going to get my latest year sales. What is the issue here? Okay, aggregate, non-aggregate. Well, um, okay, I got it. So what I can do, okay. See, this one actually will look at each ATTR functions. It's called attribute functions. And this actually will do look at each rows by rows. So that actually when you get some problems like aggregate and non-aggregate, then you can try using ATTR and it will resolve your issues. So this way I'm going to get my current year sales figure. Okay. And okay, this is my current year sales number. So when I drag this here, oh, I'm not getting anything here. Let me type this manually. 2297. Why is that? Um, when I put order date and year, let me check. I have different year, and when I bring that, this is different, this is different, this is different, and this is different. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Because here I was using sum function, it says aggregate non-aggregate. So if I take entire inside sum, then this aggregation problem will come. Because even if I'm using here sum, then here also have to use aggregate. That is what tableau has a problem, aggregate and non-aggregate. If you are using aggregations inside your function, then you have to use aggregation everywhere for each of these numbers. You have to use the aggregation. You cannot use somewhere aggregation, somewhere non-aggregation. So to remove that problem, I just use the sum at the from the starting itself. So let's see. Uh, this is going to give me, yes, it is giving me right number. Yes, it is giving me right number. Perfect. Well, so I this way I'm going to get my current year. Okay, this is the hard coded. I will also come to a point where I will automate this dynamically. So for now, I'm just keeping it hard coded. 2019 I have mentioned. Okay, I have not automatically defined. I'm not automatically finding which one is the last year in my data. That also I can define it, and I can say, hey, take the last year of data. Okay, so that one I can do. And now, what I have to do, sales number, I can say current year. CY, that means current year. And Similarly, one more, I can create a duplicate of this, and here I can create it for previous year, PY. This is my previous year. Here I can take 18, and this become my previous year. And now I will create another calculated field, which will be like you know variance, variance, and variance of cells. And what you can do, or how you can do, you can sales number current year minus sales number prior year. So if I can show this, I can also show variance. Okay. However, one more thing what I can do, I can create a parameter. I mean, just in case, like if user want to show the variance in terms of percentage or in whole number, both option I want to provide them. So, or maybe not parameter. I can the because I want to provide all this on the same line. So sales variance. Okay, this is variance sales. I can create a duplicate of this, and here I can I can divide this whole things by what? By sales of prior year. Because I want to look at from the prior year how much change has happened into the current year. Okay, that's why I'm dividing denominator by prior year, and this is going to be my variance sales in percentage terms. Okay, and that was like my whole numbers, and this is variance sales in whole number.
Ritesh, I
Yeah,
have a question.
yeah, please.
So the thing which you are doing it, the formula which you are applying it, so
Uh,
this all these formulas in real time are given by the business team, or we need to apply all these formulas by our own.
well, you can. These are like very straightforward formula, variance and all. Uh,
Mm.
y- these are like very small mathematical things like variance, like right. Usually the requirement will be given by the business. Okay, the requirement will be given by the business. Hey, I want to know my current year number, and I also want to see the variance from the previous year. When they say variance from the previous year, that means they are want to show what is the current year number and what was the previous year number and difference between these two time period, right? Then you are going to
Right.
do minus from the current year CY minus previous year, and then it will give you the variance, how much change has happened, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the same change you can also show in terms of percentage. Let's say again, coming back to the same example, let's say I'm just going to remove, let's say you made $1,000. Okay, and this is you made $1,000 in current year. Okay, which is your 2020, and you had made 800 in your previous year. Okay, this was your prior year, which is your, let's say, 2019. Okay, now when I'm showing my dashboard, I'm showing 20, current year number $1,000, but also I'm also going to show, hey, uh, look at this. This is $1,000. Sorry, and underneath this 1,000, I can show uh, there was a 200 variance. This 200 was the difference. It has moved upwards, and here I can show that symbol up directions. Or in terms of percentage, if I have to show, so maybe I can also show 200 slash I can current year 800,000 minus 800, 200 divided by 800. So if you divide 200 by 800, so one second, 200 by 800, so this is like 0.25. That means this is a 25%. Okay, this is the 25% jump. So you can say 25%. This is how I'm going to show into in our dashboard. Okay, so let us
Okay.
see. Yeah, so let us see how it's coming. So so this is my current year, previous year. So all formula I have built now. Now what I'll do, I'll just bring that variance, the whole variance. I'll bring on the text itself. See, this is okay. Wait, let me first look at the this is my okay. This is my current year sales and this is my prior year sales. How much it is? Okay, 609,000 and this is 733,000. So let me mm, so difference is 124,000. Okay. Now in terms of percentage, again I can bring it, and this is my terms of percentage. So this percentage terms I can change to percentage 20.36. Now I'm going to arrange them in a proper order. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it this as my 24 font size, and I'm going to keep this, let us say 15, and then I'm going to provide one slash, and then I'm going to provide them right here, and this also I'll make it 15 only. Okay, so you can see now. Okay, so this is your current year sales is 733,000. Difference from the previous year is 124,000. In terms of percentage, you have jumped to 20.36%. Now here I have bring that this one, this guy. Let me bring that into this. Uh, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to put into customs here. Okay, so you can see. Wait, what I will do, I'll just use this, and I will use this here. Okay, okay. So now this arrow is showing upward. Now I'll provide some colors grading. One sample I'm showing to you. So maybe I can also provide some rag rating. Rag rating, usually business have their rag rating on their KPIs. This is very important, especially if you are working in the financial domain. They want to provide red, amber, green symbol basis on so their definition, and they will provide you this threshold numbers. So usually in my I have seen in businesses something like if variance is like um, 0 to let's say 0 to 3, then this is like amber. Amber means orange, and if it is like more than 3, greater than 3 percent variance, then it is uh, green, or maybe this can be 5 also, this can be 5 also, and more than 5 they can show it as a green, and anything less than 0, you know, lesser than 0 is like going to be like red color. So that means you are making losses. So this is the normal rag formula. So same I'm going to write if variance in percentage, if it is greater than um, you know point 0, let's say 3, then amber. uh, okay, and else if, so please bear with me, this is a little bit formula driven dashboard, but then this is really going to be super helpful if you landed up in organizations doing this real time project. That is how actually this real time dashboard works. And I'm doing actually real time. So please bear with me, and you'll find it a little complicated, but then eventually this going to be super helpful in your career. And this is greater than 0.3, then it's amber. If it is uh, well, I will say this is greater than 0 and variance in terms of less than or equal to 0.003, that means 3%, then amber. And if it is um, if the variance is greater than, let's say, 0.03, then green. Okay, else for anything negative I'm just going to take red. Okay, and so the first condition says if this range, if the variance is between 0 to 3, then amber. If it is greater than 3, then green. Else, that means if not falling in these two categories, then give me red, because obviously only one thing will not fall into this either of these categories, which will be negative. Okay, because anything positive will fall under this two bracket, or if anything negative then not fall into this above two bracket, and that will go as a red color. So that's what I'm going to do that now. Now I have my RAG rating. So this will not provide you color automatically, but it will actually provide an output when you put on this dimension the color, then it will provide you an output, and it will say, okay, see that color, it's out providing output is green because this is more than 3%. Now I have to go to edit colors, and this is giving by default is a blue, but I can choose to green and make it like a green. Okay, so now my whole number is it's changed to green now. Okay, uh, all right. And one more thing, probably you could have done that. See, everything is coming into green, but I don't want my KPI to be green. Okay, only I want my sales number to be green. So what I can do, one more thing I'm just going to show you one more workaround, very beautiful workaround. uh, well, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take the order of count, and here I'm just going to take okay, I'm not getting that. So maybe what I can do, I can calculate one dummy field. Just I'm putting one, put it into this one rows, and then I will take it measures as a minimum, and then I will show header and discrete, remove the show header things. Okay, and now what I'll do, I'll just do, or maybe I can put it continuous, continuous, let it be continuous. Okay, so here first thing is like, let me put that. So sales number current year. Okay, wait. And then I'm going to put that variance in terms of, okay, it's coming into the same field. Let me bring that continuous back. Okay, I want this separate this thing. I want two things only. And from here, okay, this is my first one and this is my second one. From here I will remove this. Okay, and this is my numbers. And here I'm going to put that variance in table and variance as a whole, and add it. Okay, mark type I can take a text, and here mark type I can take text. Okay, okay, and I can unhide this. Okay, and now what I can do some formatting, and I can just remove that border around. So this grand total, okay, row divider and the column divider, let me remove. Okay, and then some gradients, I believe. Well, okay, and axis thickness, okay, oh, okay, grid lines. Okay, now yes, perfect. That is what I wanted. I wanted to keep them into separate, separate rows field. Okay, so that that will looks more nice. Okay, now, and this formatting will be also separate. So if I can provide different formatting to this different uh, you know numbers. So I don't want to provide green color to this, but I want to provide green color. That rag rating I have created, I can provide rag rating only to this variance. And for this I can do like this. I can bring them together, and I can put them a bar in divider in between, and select total, and I can make them 15 or something. uh, yeah, yeah, so this is my 24, and this 15. Well, so let me remove that, this tooltips I don't want. Okay. Now this thing will, so now I got my, I, what the hell, okay, I got my this thing, uh, okay, perfect. I got my first KPI box. So this is how I'm going to build my KPI box. I'm going to call them as the cells, and believe me, this is going to take time. Actually, it's not going to be that easy. It is going to consume some time, but that is one way. Probably I'm not going to provide 7 KPIs, rather I'm just going to reduce little more less KPIs, so that we can achieve. So now I'm just going to create a duplicate of it, and there are sales. I can talk about profit. And similarly, what I can do, I can just have to uh, I just have to duplicate of each of this calculated field, and I can keep going and calling them for different. So this is my sales. Now I'm going to call them as a profit, and just remove that copy things, so that way I can be faster now. And here I can just call them profit. Okay, so now profit number current year, um, okay, sales number prior year, duplicate this also, and here I can call it as a profit, and this is also become profit. Okay, all right, and then variance, I will create a duplicate for this also, and I will call this as a profit variance in terms of profit percentage, and profit CY, profit PY, and then profit PY. Okay, and whole number variance, duplicate this also, add it, and here I'm just going to write profit, and similarly here profit CY, profit PY. That's it. So what I can do now, I'm just going to change this is sales number CY. I'm going to replace it by profit number CY. Okay, that's it. And for here, again, I'm going to replace variance sales in terms of percentage, variance profit in percentage terms. I'll just put it right here, and then variance sales whole number, variance sales whole number, variance profit whole numbers. I'm just going to replace this. Now I just do some formatting, and formatting doing for the percentage. Okay, that's it. So now I got my sales, I got my profit. Let's do a couple of more. So that way I'm going to make it 4 KPIs. So I got my sales, I got my profit. I'm going to get my um, quantity, and then I'm going to get average discount. That's going to be easy. So for quantity, this one I'm going to get my quantity. Well, what I'll do again, I will just replicate. Well, not this one. This has become difficult. Again, lots of work. I'll just do replication of this. I can create a duplicate of this. Okay. And this I'm going to call it as a quantity. And here, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do duplicate of this. And quickly I can just, instead of sales, I can call it as a QTYY for quantity. And now everything would be same. I'm just going to call it as a quantity. That's it. And similarly for this one, duplicate, add it, qty, qty, and this will become like quantity. Okay, it won't take much time. We can do in no time. and then variance in terms of variance profit. Now I'm going to make a duplicate of this, and here also I'm going to edit this. I'm going to call it as a QTY CY, QTY PY, and then QTY PY. So that's how you can speed up your work rather than creating everything from the scratch. And yeah, and the whole numbers things, I'm going to create a duplicate of this and add it QTY QTY that's it. Okay, now I will just replace this. Click here, come to the first measure, put your QTY number QTY just bring and overwrite this. So second one, QTY variance profit in terms of percentage. Yeah, so QTY in terms of percentage, where is the QTY? Wait, didn't I change or what? This is profitability. Okay, I think, oh yeah, this I have, I forgot to update this. This I have left as a profit. So now this is QTY. Okay, perfect. And QTY in terms of, okay, this is profit, QTY. Okay, this guy is going to be my QTY quantity. Okay, perfect. Okay, so I got everything now. I'm just going to, this one I have already replaced this. Here I'm going to replace this by variance profit in terms of percentage. So variance per quantity in terms of percentage. I'll just drag it and put it on top of existing one. Okay. Similarly, variance sales, variance, wait, variance profit, variance quantity. Okay, the variance quantity in whole. Okay, variance. I'll just put it on top of this. Okay. Now this guy, I just have to format, change the format, and this is a percentage, so I'll just change it to percentage. Perfect. So we got three KPIs. Now fourth KPI is again similar to that. I can just bring it here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to create a duplicate of this, and here I'm going to call it as a quantity discount. Okay, and for discount, similarly for this also, well, to create a duplicate and then edit this, I'm going to discount, and this one I'm going to use discount. Okay, and for this I have to use average, mind it, because we are showing average of discount. Okay, discount number CY, and for PY again duplicate, edit, discount. Here you have to use discount measure, and here you have to use average. Okay, for PY, so we got discount for discount number CY, discount number PY. Okay, and now we have to calculate the variance. So for variance in terms of percentage, make a duplicate of this, discount, And here I can use discount number CY, discount number PY, discount number PY. Okay, variance whole, make it duplicate, again add it, prof discount, discount number CY, discount number PY. Okay, perfect. So we got the four KPIs: differentiate, sales, profit, quantity, and discount. Okay. Now this four we are going to use in our dashboard. Apart from that, what we are going to do, we are going to build one geomap. So this we can do in short time. So let me quickly do this geomap. So for geomap, I'm going to create a separate sheet, and here I'm going to show the profitability on the geomap. So first thing first, I have to, what I can do, I can create a hierarchy for locations. So for state, I can just drag and put it on top of country. So where is the country? Yeah, here is the country, here is state. I'll drag the state, put it on countries, and call it as a locations. And I can drag the city underneath the state and zip code as well underneath city. And then I can drag that state here. Now I got all my state, and see dynamically it's automatically it's coming on the detail. That is the help of detail. Now I'm going to show the profitability across the locations. I'll put it here. Okay, something. Okay, now now actually that's why I created a hierarchy, because sometimes this is what happened. If you put directly your state name, sometimes it's not able to recognize. But when you create a hierarchy, it is able to recognize easily. So that is kind of a workaround which I found. This sometimes this problem we have observed in Tableau. I don't know the reason being behind it, but then this is the solutions. You can create a hierarchy and then you can drag it.
So Ritesh, hierarchy name is location, right?
Yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah. So that is the same problem which I also got. Gets.
yeah, yeah. This is the problem. So you create a hierarchy, and then you, what do you do? You don't drag a state or city. You just drag the hierarchy itself,
Location. Yeah, yeah.
and then you drill down from here. Okay,
Okay, okay, got it.
okay, and then profit. I'm bringing profit. I'm putting on the color.
But again, it came same process.
Wait. Okay. What I'll do? See, now it's coming. So this is sometime it's coming. You have to see workaround. Maybe after selecting this, I click on show me, and then it is started giving me right numbers. So this is sort of my geo map where I'm showing the profitability. Okay. So this was
Ritesh, what did you did to bring that colorful map?
okay. So let me show you from the scratch. So what I did, I just select for country. I select the profit. Okay. And then this one. This is asking provide recommending, but I have taken this one. This is filling the colors in the area, right?
Yeah, right.
And then say this is the country coming. Now I can drill down to state.
Okay.
Okay, so now I got the geo map for all the state and their profit I'm also getting. Um, I can also bring the sales number, bring the sales number on the tooltips. So I will have my sales number also, profit and sales both. Okay. So this is my geo map. What else I need? Okay, and now finally I need this to trending graph. This is the area chart. One is monthly sales by segment. So let me call it as a monthly trend by segment. Okay, so for that, what I need to have, since this is a area chart or line chart, so we must have a date field, right? And order date we will take because we are looking at the sales, and then we are going to looking at the sales, monthly sales. So order date, and then we will take sales, and then we will take segment. Segment is where segment. So all three I have selected. Okay, I can come to show me and I can choose this recommended, or maybe I can choose this. Okay, so I can see for all three I'm getting this, but then I want the area chart. Okay, I want area chart, so I can select this area chart. Um, okay, but one thing as you can see, I'm getting segment right here. So for each segment, this is how it is. For each segment, I'm going to get one single graph. Okay. Now the idea is I have to bifurcate this sales, overall sales into segment by whether it's profitable or not profitable. So for that I'm going to write and again calculated field to figure out whether my sales was profitable or not. So for that I'm going to write one LUD functions, because here, see, why I'm going to write LUD functions, because on the dimension which I have used in the view is year and segment, but I'm going to define the profitability in terms of order ID, because at the very granular level I have order ID, and for each order ID I'm going to see how many of sales were profitable or not. So I'm going to write like fix at order ID, and then I'm going to call it as a sum of profit greater than 0. Okay, so this will be like a true or false. So if this sum of profit is greater than 0, this will give me true or false. See, if I do that, I will get a boolean field in data pin. See, I'm getting a boolean. The reason, because I have a conditional here. So greater than 0, if it is sum of profit would be greater than 0, then I will get then I will get true or false. Okay, so maybe one more thing what I can do, I can also write here same condition. If sum of profit greater than 0, then profitable, else non-profitable. Still my condition is valid. So this is the complete statement which I write here. This will actually gives me profitable, non-profitable sort of element. Now the boolean will not come. See that it become a string. Now boolean will not come. I will get either profitable or not profitable. So what I can do, I can just drag it and put it on the color. See the profitable and non-profitable part I'm getting. Maybe what I can do, I can change this profitable by blue and non-profitable by gray colors, and that's how I can make it like this. And even if I how they have done it here. Profit table, order profit table. Okay, same thing which I have done, and then and this one I can take as a monthly. This is what it's been done. So this is my monthly graph, and this one, let me, well, what I'm going to do, see, I'm going to comment this out, and I'm just going to take, but this formula is correct. There is no problem in this formula, but I'm just going to do there where they have done. Okay. So here you can change this add alias. So that what they have done. So the green color is like true. True is my red color. That means orders are profitable. See, it's the formula which I wrote. Even if I use that formula and this formula has no difference. That's what I was checking. Uh, so even if I use this formula or rather than this formula, if when I can comment out this, and they are aliasing this true false rather than I'm not aliasing, I'm just directly mentioning from here. So you will find the trend, you will find if I, even if I do apply, you will see there won't be any difference. Still it's the same. Okay, profitable and non-profitable. Well, so let it be like this, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to show header. No, I want to show header, and here maybe I can just add it this axis, and I can remove the title here, or maybe I can also remove that 0. Okay, so now this is my trend chart. Okay, and this is for monthly trend by segment. Similar to that, I can create a duplicate copy of this, and this is going to be for my categories. And for the category, okay, similar to this is my segment. Here I can just bring that category where it is. Okay, now this is for my 3 category. Okay, uh, yeah, so that's it. And we got all the views, all the pages now. We got all the pages required for this overview executive. We got the KPI, we got the geomap, we got this too, and now times to create the dashboard. Okay, so first thing first, I'm going to take one this one object container, and in that I'm going to take another vertical one, and in that I'm going to take sales profit discount. Sorry, this is a quantity and the final one is discount. Well, this quantity and discount coming same. Quantity. Oh, this is my discount here. Okay, I have to use discount here, not quantity. And this I will turn into percentage. Okay, variance quantity, variance discount in terms of percentage, variance discount in terms of whole number. So actually only this one I can keep. There is no requirement of keeping two. There is no whole number in terms of discount. So yeah, okay, and here that symbol I need to follow. Um, Format. Well, what I can do, I can take this guy right from here, and it's easy for me to replicate this. Okay, all right, and I'll just click the format here, and I'll come to custom, and I'll put it already existing one. Well, what I can do, I can bring that down a little down. Okay, I think sales also will be like this. I need to do the same thing. First, I will show the whole number, and then the variance. Okay, and similarly for the quantity and oh, sorry, I'll just come here, copy. Okay, first let me fix this, and then I will go to that. Okay, and now I'll bring that first. Okay, so I got my KPIs now, and the second things I will bring the second container right at the edge. This font size I have to reduce. I will come to this later. First, now I'm going to bring that geo map here, and okay, and then third container I'm going to bring that right here in this third container. Um, Let me take this size little up, okay, and here I'm going to provide this two area chart. Okay, hide this segment and categories. This is not required. Also, I'm going to add it and remove that title, not required, because itself the title itself looks like a date, right? I no need to mention like what it is. So that actually saved the space for me. Okay, and the second thing is like I'm going to, okay, so here you can put your this thing on the center, and okay, and maybe what I feel the whole variance text should not be more than 12. 12 is quite big enough considering the space we have. Yeah, and in fact, this also it's become quite big considering the space we have. So maybe from 22 I can reduce this to 20 or 18. It let's looks see how the 18 looks like. Yeah, I think perfect. 18 is good good enough. And this one I can keep it like 14 or something. Okay. Um, yeah. And similarly, see, one beautiful thing is that I have already done this. I can copy the formatting, okay, and I can paste this formatting everywhere. Okay, I can paste this formatting everywhere. So wait, that is not actually working. I have to manually do that. Sometime that is what, sometime it works, but there is a bugs in Tableau which actually doesn't allow it to work perfectly. And this one, maybe I can just quickly, I can do it 18. This is going to be 18, and this is going to be 12. Okay, Now see, now it looks good. And probably the title also, I'll just change it to 14. I think we have 14, right? Yes, this is 14, and this is also I'm going to make it 14. This is also I'm going to make it 14. Okay, so now my KPI looks beautiful and it gives you a lot of informations. Okay, so this year in 2019 we have this much sales, and from the previous month we have jumped to 20%. In terms of absolute value we have jumped 124,000. In terms of profit we have jumped, sales have jumped 20%, profit has jumped 14%. Quantity, we are selling the volume wise 26% increase in the volume, and discount we are just offering this year 1.11% extra than last year. Okay, so these are the additional information which I'm providing, which is apparently not available in this dashboard. Okay, this dashboard is not showing that number, so this is a good way to. Okay, one more thing, dollar things, I can just define this into formatting things. So number custom, I don't need to decimal point. Maybe I can just provide prefix as a dollar. So this looks good. And here also I have to provide this whole number as a dollar. And wait, moreover, whole number can we show in terms of thousand? Thousand looks good. And similarly, this guys also, we can just tell them like display unit like thousand. Yeah, and similarly for this guy, display unit thousand, prefix dollar, this is number, and make it one decimal. Okay, and okay, this looks good. Similarly, I will take one decimal point for here also. I think one decimal looks good. Quantity obviously will not have any numbers, will not have any decimals. Discount, I have already have it, so now we are good. So now dollars apply only for the sales and the profit, not on the quantity discount, and decimal will also not apply on the quantity, because quantity minimum one you can sell, right? You can't sell zero point 0.5 quantities, so we no need to apply decimal on the quantity. And yeah, now it's time to do you feel like you can do some formatting into text? Well, I think if you want you can do it, maybe providing some colors background or something like that. Even if you want to keep it plain, that is also okay. That got hidden. Let me bring that, show sidebar. Okay, and let me bring one text. This is my executive overview, profitability, and I can write like 22, and the color I can make it blue, bold, and let it make it 20. So this is my dashboard and this is my KPIs. And this is like what it tells like, okay, so I no need to provide this title, okay, and the monthly trained by segment. And now it's time to provide some actions. Actions from where? Action I'm going to provide right from the geomap, and from geomap to everything else. Okay, so from geomap to everything else. So I just remove that geomap right from here. Select show all values, everything, and maybe I'm going to call this filter as geo map filter. Okay, and yeah, so let us see if it works. Yes, it is working. And now this is like negative. So for the negative, what I can do in financial industry, people don't like to see the negative, they want to see inside the parenthesis. So I can do the similar things. Okay, for this guy also I can format negative inside the parenthesis. Okay, so you see here you have this much profit, negative profit. You're making losses of 8,000, almost close to 9,000. And this is your train, you can see. Okay, and now that area also you want to trending by segment, and you can write your, okay, first thing is like, yeah, actions, country, region, state. I just did that. Now I can see. Why this is coming as a null? Wait, let me go to this. Okay, I have country, region. Okay, and what it's showing. Oh, oh, okay. Hmm. The problem is here. So it's not able to recognize this state properly. Well, let me try this again. Okay, there is a one workaround. See, the problem is I'm having country also. So it's giving me country, region, state. Let me see. Okay, one workaround coming into my mind. Maybe what I can do, I can apply this state. Okay, let's see what happened when I see that. Hmm. Let's see the reference here. The state is coming clearly. Okay. Hmm. So that is directly have created the hierarchy from the state. So let me try doing that also. So I'll do one thing. I'll remove that from the hierarchy and I'll bring that state right here. State and profit. Profit. It's that is a problem here. It's like looks like Indian state. We can't do anything about it. And the problem in our data we have this actions, country reasons, null, null.
Ritesh, can't we do like that that we can create a parameter and then we can pass a parameter beside that?
Hmm. You're saying parameter. No, like see
The
what
dynamic parameter we can pass it.
okay. See, this is coming through actions. So action is like a filter. So when I'm applying this as a filter, so wait a second. So for example, I'm just doing it's like this is like a geo map. The sheet name is called geo map. So I have an action here from geo map. I'm going to all sheets. Okay, so this is fine, and actually this is providing me that number also. So when I click anything, let's say I Georgia, I clicked, and here I'm getting that Georgia things. Let me remove that state, which is show member. Okay, show, and does it do any change? No. I'm getting this guy right here. Okay, one thing, only relevant values. And hmm, state, I need to check that. Okay, let me try to write a calculate field, state name. Let me do state equal to actions. Uh, State is equal to what I can. This is something which I am applying from the sheet. No, actually, this is the problem of the data. Okay, this is the problem of the data. This is not something that we are doing something. The data itself is not recognizing this and giving me null. I need to check the data why this is showing like this. So maybe I'm just removing this for now.
So country, region, state are in the comma separated like kind of thing, right?
Sorry, comma what?
Comma separated kind of thing. The main.
I don't know. I need to look into data. What is behind why this problem is coming like this. So maybe I need to look into data first. But the thing is, um, we are getting like the function is working. You can see like all data is being filtered for the location which I'm filtering. I wanted to also show the name, but name you can visible on the tooltips apparently, and once that state name. Okay, 1 second. Let me try one last item. Uh, okay, and now, yes, I think now this will work. Yes, yes, now I got it. So there is none. The reason being all. Okay, what the hell is this? Why the none is coming? Let me go to the sheet. Show that. California. Okay. Yes. Only value in the hierarchy. Now see that. One second. Sorry guys, I'm just taking time, but just bear with me. I'm able, I'm going to fix it now. So this is my context here, and I have in my context, okay, only do this, show filter, add all values in the hierarchy. No, I want all values in hierarchy. Context, only relevant one to have applied something. Yes, Texas is coming right here. Texas is coming. Hmm. The problem is I'm not able to do that the way it is here. Well, I need to figure out some workaround for this. Um, this is apparently not coming right now. Maybe I need to look into data or figure out some different workaround. But then overall our dashboard is working perfectly. So this is the one way like financials in the financial domain. This is how people like to show like over under variances from the previous year to current year. The arrow key, if something is going down, they can show something is going down, something is going up. And so yeah, so I'm going to stop it here. And